Um, and with that, we have Dr. Dotson is not here with us today, but she decided to pre-record her message. So I am going to hope that this works.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our May YuZoom, the final YuZoom of the 2022-2023 academic year. A few updates from me. I'll start with the work on the resource allocation model with the district. This work, which we had hoped to make a recommendation by the end of this academic year, is being extended into the next academic year. The extension is due to a need to be able to pull some data that is not yet available and some challenges finding times to meet with what is a large committee and ensure that everyone is represented. We will look forward to resuming this work when the academic year starts this fall. You are going to get an update with more details about the middle college high school that we are working on with Marysville Joint Unified School District. But I wanted to make sure I draw your attention to the Marysville Joint Unified School District's board has uh, moved forward the final approval for them to participate in our middle college high school. You might see that there is a banner outside of Building 700 as they begin to outline their plans to move into that space starting this fall, into a portion of Building 700 starting this fall. You'll hear some more detailed updates from Jeremy and hopefully in the future from our student services team about the work we are doing to outline both the instructional programs that those students will participate in and how we can ensure that those students receive support not only from the K-12 supervisor that will be on site, but also from us, our institution as well. I will be sharing with you in just a moment the convocation slash flex week schedule and what that looks like. But I wanted to let you know that it is our hope to have a solid draft sent out to you before the faculty leave for the summer. And again, I'm going to flip slides here in just a moment and show you what that schedule looks like right now. But first, on May 23rd at 3:30, we are going to be holding an open house style farewell for Dr. Jim Hoopus, our interim chancellor. We will have some treats and drinks that night. We actually have the award ceremony event, so I would encourage you to stop by and thank Chancellor Hoopus for the time that he has spent with us and the leadership that he has provided. I also wanted to let you know that there is a process underway to start planning the welcome for Dr. Sean Pan. Dr. Pan is our incoming chancellor, and he is currently slated to start on June 15th. The board is working to appoint an ad hoc committee that will outline the events that Dr. Pan will participate in. We are providing some input to that planning through our district services partners. We have discussed this with our classified leadership as well as our academic senate leadership and outlined what we hope will be a plan where he will get a chance to make some visits here on campus as soon as he starts, and then of course in the fall when everyone returns. Wanted to make you aware that they will be moving forward, the district will be moving forward an item to finalize the construction plans for Building 800, and we do expect for construction to start soon. I don't have a specific date, but I do expect that probably in the June or July timeframe we will see construction begin. We are working with our M&O partners to outline a communication plan for those directly impacted, but also to provide some information for all of us so we know what access to that facility will look like while the remodel continues. Before I transition to the next slide and talk about the draft schedule, I just really quickly want to encourage you to take a look at the list of graduation events that are happening in the next few weeks. This is really what our work is all about. Students in our programs will be experiencing the completion of their time with us, their certificates and degrees. They'll be preparing for their careers or transfer to their next step. And we certainly want to take time to celebrate them and to recognize the incredible work that you all have done to make it possible to empower those students on their journey. If you have not reviewed that schedule, we did email it out, and we'll make sure that we email it out again, because we certainly want to encourage you to join us for as many of those ceremonies as possible. Next slide. And as you can see here, the schedule for our August Professional Development Week is coming together. We are looking really good on the draft here. We certainly will refine details like locations and exact times, but I want to extend my gratitude to all of the individuals who have contributed both to conceptualizing what kinds of professional development training we might have, and also to agreeing to participate in providing some of those trainings. So to Mukta Sharma, who serves as the Faculty Flex Coordinator, to the Academic Senate leadership and our classified leadership as well, who have contributed ideas, to the administrative team, and to the Guided Pathways Committee as well. Many people have made some suggestions about how we might bring together some training. Also the Safety Committee. Many individuals and committees have brought together some ideas to conceptualize this Flex Week, this Professional Development Week. We will send a more final draft out to you closer to the end of this semester, and then of course have all of this available just before the Professional Development Week starts in August. If you have any further suggestions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me via email, and we will see what we can do to try and incorporate any additional suggestions. That's it for me. I will now pass it on to Dr. Brown, who will provide us with some instructional updates.
Like she was here. Okay. So for the Office of Instruction, I want to take a moment to welcome Dr. Andrew Miller, who is new to us at Yuba College, who will be new to us when he joins us as biology faculty in the fall. He is transferring from Woodland Community College at the Lake County campus. And then welcome officially Nicole Lizardo, who is the Sutter County Center Library and Learning Resources Specialist. Some general Office of Instruction search updates. So we do have 2 instructional faculty searches that are underway. Dean Bagley and the search committee are recruiting for the Natural Resources, Physical, or Science faculty position. And Dean Newman and the search committee are recruiting for the Radiologic Technology Program Director position. And we also have some director searches I want to provide an update on. We completed the search for the interim director of dual enrollment, or director of special programs dual enrollment, as it is called. And I am happy to announce that Mike Pomfret, our new head football coach, has accepted the position, and pending board approval will begin in May, mid-May. So looking forward to having him on board in that position. And then our Director of Health and Medical Career Programs and Nursing, that position has reposted. The salary for that position has been increased in order to recruit more broadly, because it hadn't been able to be filled So we're hoping to have that one filled soon. And you may have noticed that we did post for a permanent director of institutional effectiveness. So filling that role as we move forward with our Dean of Student Success and Annabelle Toche, splitting that role into 2 different positions. So we'll have a director of institutional effectiveness moving forward. As Dr. Dotson mentioned, I wanted to provide an update also on our Middle College Academy. So that program starts in the fall. We've had a couple of meetings about how that program will begin. It has specific requirements for how the students will have to do their K-12 requirements, their high school requirements in their freshman year. The students will be freshmen. It will all start with freshman students. And so they have to meet specific requirements. And as we worked through that, one of the counselors, Karen Qualls, myself, Chris Sanchez, met with their administrator to talk about how that schedule might build out, especially with buses to get them here from their school sites. They were going to be meeting during the first part of the day. And then in order to get them into GE options that would get them set up early, the first year of the program is going to be in 2 closed classes each semester. And so we've mapped that out. It'll be on campus here. The second year will be open classes. And so we've identified those. And then from then on, it will be the students will have met with counselors at the college and their high school counselors to map out whatever major they want to pursue, and they will enroll just like any other concurrent student in courses that meet that major. So we're still having meetings. We're going to schedule more meetings about how that's going to work. Student services, we will have additional meetings about the rest of that. But we had to figure out what that first year was going to look like, because that's coming up pretty quick. So that's a general update. If there are any other questions, or if anyone has specific questions that they'd like to ask, please feel free to reach out. Now that we have a interim director of dual enrollment, we'll be getting him on board to help with that partnership. And Michael Bagley will continue to be involved because he has so much expertise and experience in that area. And so we'll have a good team moving forward, especially with the support of the dual enrollment work group that's been doing some great work in that area. So that's my update on the Middle College Academy. And then I think it is my turn to hand it off to Ian Bagley.
Thank you, Dr. Brown. Definitely a lot going on, and I've already met with Mike Pomfrey, so I'm really excited to have him join the team. I am excited. The STEM and Social Sciences Division has the privilege to honor due to the division spotlight for May. And I chose Professor Lena Shaw of Political Science, because she makes YC, YC proud. And if we go to the next slide. And Lena, you're here. So, Lena, she's always got the positive attitude. She's always, working with students. Even in the slide that she helped create for this, she wanted to honor a student. But she's been creating new articulated courses in international relations, her ADT degree in political science. I love this first online political science course in 2011. So she's been a pioneer in online education. Her classes are always full and students love her. She's done a lot of great work as a flex coordinator in the past, simplifying our flex approval process. I can't say enough good things about Professor Shea. She wanted to make sure, Professor Shea, would you like to talk a little bit about the student you put on the slide? Maybe that'd be good for you.
Yes, it's my honor to actually brag my students and my colleague. I really thank my 2 colleagues.
Oh, you're muted right now, Lena.
Oh, sorry, I thought I unmuted. Yeah, I want to borrow this chance to brag my students and my colleagues. Um, the part-time faculty I have, Trevor and Salvador, really are the backbones of our political science program. And throughout the years, we witness a lot of student success story. Actually, I want to add on to this one. Yesterday, I got an information that Poli-Sci one tutor just got accepted to UC Berkeley. So another successful story. But the two I want to highlight here is Corina Yetter. She overcame a lot of personal obstacles. Her family was hit hard in the 2008 recession, and suddenly the whole household is jobless, homeless, and she was able to, organize a team to start her career. And also when she was back to Yuba College, she was so thankful, and she catch the chance to learn. And then finally she was able to actually graduate at the UC Davis School of Law with her daughter. Her daughter at the same time also graduated from UC Davis. So it was such an inspiring story, and I believe she want to pursue her attorney career. So she doesn't mind that she shared a successful story at the Yuba College website, so that we can use that to promote our college. And the other one is also a very successful story from YC. She took my international relations class and was very interested in politics, international world politics. And then she pursued her internship with then Senator Kamala Harris, now the US Vice President. So maybe with all the experience and the academic performance, she was able to also with ADT degree, she was able to transfer transfer to UC Berkeley. And now she was all over the place on the planet. Got a scholarship to send her to Washington, D.C., to South Latin America. And now she is doing her master's degree at Stanford University. And even before her graduation, she is already guaranteed a job in the US State Department. So I just want to use this story to encourage our faculty, and all, our team, administrative team, that continue our course. Thank you for allowing me to address this and share this. Thank you.
Lena, I think that's the evidence of why you were selected, and students at Yuba College thriving, great faculty members like you. So thank you for being here today, and thank you for all you and your team do for students. I have the privilege now to get Dr. Teresh to start next. Dr. Teresh.
Hi, everyone. So we wanted to announce some continued and some new transitions in student services. We've welcomed Jennifer Mendez Lopez to the counseling department as our clerical assistant there. And so you're looking for a friendly face at the front of counseling. That is Jennifer. Carlos Gamez Jr. started as our permanent TRIO director. And for those of you who have been following TRIO, we have had quite a few transitions. I'm going to talk about them in a minute. We are just elated that Carlos is joining us, and he's brand new to the YC family. And then Maria Ruiz has been selected pending board approval for a promotion from the counseling office to student success as the administrative secretary to there. So congratulations is in order to Maria. Next slide. So as mentioned, I wanted to highlight TRIO. TRIO is a constellation of federal programs that support college access. So we have two types of programs here at Yuba College. We have Upward Bound, which serves high school students. and connects them to college opportunities. And then we have student support services, both for STEM students and other students. And that program provides retention and support to help students complete community college and then transfer to a university. TRIO has experienced a lot of transitions over the past few years. And I wanted to both honor the work that some of our past employees have done and highlight some changes. So some of you may have had the opportunity to work with Dr. Maria Salcedo over the past couple of months. She served as our interim director of TRIO for 4 months while we were completing the continued recruitment process for the permanent director. As mentioned, we've welcomed Director Carlos Gamez Jr. in the permanent director role. He started on Monday, so brand new and fresh to the family. Our specialist, Maria Rivera-Zhang, has left. Some of you knew Maria and worked really closely with her. She started a full-time graduate program. She's completing a counseling degree. And so perhaps we will see her back at Yuba College supporting students in different ways. It's certainly big shoes to fill in the TRIO program. Pending board approval, we are going to be welcoming 2 new specialists, though, to student support services. Giovanni and Juana will be starting. And so for those of you who will be working over the summer, you'll get an opportunity to meet them over the summer. And for the rest of you, you'll meet them in the fall. We also have congratulations in order to Juana Garcia. Now, Juana Enriquez. See, I've already made a mistake here. We have 2 Juanas joining the TRIO team. We have Juana Enriquez, who's our current administrative assistant. And she has received a promotion. She is going to be working as a campus ops specialist over at our SCC area. And then the other Juana Enrique Garcia is our new specialist. So though we're going to have all kinds of confusion and fun with 2 Juanas in TRIO for a while. But they are going to be excellent supports for students. And Juana Enriquez is going to be an excellent support to students in the new role at Sutter as well. And we're really looking forward to her joining that team. We're going to be starting a recruitment for her position. And so we just wanted to thank you for your ongoing patience and support. We're really thankful, particularly with our faculty relationships that TRIO enjoys and with our special programs relationships that you help recruit students to our programs. And we want to thank you for that and encourage you to continue to do so and assure you that we are continuing to ensure that we have full and high quality staffing available for the students that you help direct to these programs. So next slide. And I am going to be turning this over to Angel Munoz.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Teresh. So just a few reminders. A&R is very busy this week, so priority enrollment has opened starting May 1st. The dates can be found on our admissions and records webpage. And enrollment will be open to all students except for dual enrollment high school students on May 10th. So anyone who wasn't assigned a priority date, it will be May 10th. For dual enrollment high school students, it will be May 22nd. Students should be able to see their dates on self-service. If you have any questions, let me know. And also grades for spring 2023 will be due by June 1st, 2023. That's it. And I get the pleasure of introducing Marcy Lang.
Thank you, Angel. So one of the most significant responsibilities of a college is to create a culture where everyone on campus feels welcome and included. The promotion of diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility has become a central concern of higher education. And one key component of that charge is ensuring that we understand our institution's obligation to include students with disabilities in the DEIA equation. As we enter the last month of our spring semester, our students are busy completing papers, catching up on missed work, and studying for finals. And those who will be returning are also focusing on selecting summer and fall courses and getting registered. At this busy and transitional time of year, DSPS wants to recognize the important role that our faculty members play in helping our students sustain their focus and finish well. We acknowledge the extra time and effort it takes to implement adjustments that help remove the barriers that our students face. Your role in the accommodation process is critical, and it has certainly become more complex with the evolving structure of higher education and the expansion of services to both students in the classroom and those engaged in online and/or distance learning. So we acknowledge your work and we thank you for it. And of course, as we wrap up this semester and turn our focus to future classes, we'd like to remind you to please include a disability statement in each course syllabus that you prepare. The statement will inform your students that you're agreeable with and accustomed to providing disability accommodations, and that you view the process as normal and expected. Including this invitation for students to approach you about their accommodation needs will open the door to valuable conversation and will serve as a reminder to the students to connect with us, DSPS, to set up their accommodations for the coming semester. By acknowledging disability as an aspect of diversity, social justice, and equity, you affirm value and belonging to this student population, thereby greatly impacting our campus-wide mission of inclusion. So this faculty information link will take you to our DSPS website, where among other helpful hints, you'll find suggested disability statements for your syllabi. We may see you in the trenches over the next few weeks, but we'll take this opportunity to wish you fun and restorative summer adventures. We're here to help if you need us. Thank you and happy summer. And now I have the honor of introducing for the first time in this format, Tony McDaniel.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tony McDaniel, and I'm the new MESA Acting Director. And I just wanted to let everyone know that MESA and the College Success Center will be hosting a final study jam, and it'll be Wednesday, May 17th from 2 to 5. And at the College Success Center, and we're inviting students for pizza, study-in, and drop-in. And I'd like to introduce Ruth Cadden.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ruth. I'm the Campus Life Tech here at Yuba College. I wanted to talk about commencement. Commencement's going to be on May 26th at 7 p.m. It's going to be in the athletic complex here at Yuba College. Go ahead to the next slide. And then right now we are recruiting a commencement speaker. Students must register by May 10th to be a commencement speaker. The requirements are that your speech should be between 3 to 5 minutes and focus on the meaning of graduation and your achievements, and should celebrate your journey along with all graduates' achievements for this special day. Next slide. And grad fair. So we had grad fair on April 27th. The event was a success. We had over 145 students participate in this event. At grad fair, we had activities such as free barbecue hosted by ASYC. We had a free professional photographer come out, and he was able to take pictures of our graduates. We had cap decorating, tie-dye, and we had grad swag giveaways. And I wanted to also go ahead and thank everyone who helped out, all the staff who helped out at grad fair. I could not have done it without you all, so thank you, and I appreciate all of you. Also, back to commencement, I wanted to go ahead and say that the website is up to date, and if you need to, please refer students to the website if they have any questions. This commencement will be our 95th anniversary, so yay. And then instructions will be updated soon, and there are currently no changes for commencement. Commencement will be the same as last year. And with that being said, I will go ahead and turn this over to Meredith, our Academic Senate President.
Hi all, I'm going to keep this really quick for a variety of reasons, but one of which is there's not that many faculty on here. So when we get to the place where I'm asking faculty to volunteer for committees, I'll go through that quickly. But what I wanted to mention today is that the yellow highlighted senators are going to, well, new. Two of them have been here before, but one of them is new and hasn't been on Senate as far as I know. So I'd like to welcome Mukta Sharma. She's the at-large representative. She'll be there for 3 years, and I think her voice will be excellent in Senate. We're also welcoming back Sal. He'll be there for another 3 years. He was in a position, somebody had to leave and he'd stepped in, and so now he's going to be in for the full 3 years. And then Lisa Jensen Martin will be the humanities and social science rep again from 2023 to 2026. Other than that, you can see the other senators and see them divided by area. Certainly, if you ever have any Senate concerns, reach out to me, Melissa, or any of the senators listed. If we could go to the next slide. So here I'm going to be super quick. If you know anybody who wants to be in strategic enrollment management group, although we're looking for specifically counseling or we're looking for counseling faculty and then one other full-time or part-time faculty, let me know. Affordable learning materials work group, we're always looking for people, a DSPS representative and counseling faculty. Also, if you just have an interest in that and you're not one of those, you can reach out to Elena. There might be space there as well. If we could go to the next slide. We're still looking to fulfill the professional development committee. We're looking for a faculty chair. We're looking for spots on that. Lead committee, we're specifically looking for student services, and outcome committee, we're looking for counseling representative. So for the faculty that are on here, if you have any space in your schedule to volunteer to be on committees, I strongly recommend that you do. We need to fill these positions. I think they've been open all year long. And I'm pretty sure that's all that I have today. So I think next is David Willis, right? All right, so I'll stop.
Well, this is David Willis. Can you hear me? Yes, okay, very good, thank you. Just making sure, I just have one slide. I'll give you a quick project update. I apologize, I've got building aid or modernization on it twice, and you can tell that's on my mind a lot these days. I'll give you an update on that, and that is this project did bid, and it will be an action item at the board meeting on May 11th. I'll put together a package. Will go to the state chancellor's office. We'll be awarding this project likely by the end of May. Maybe the third week of May. And then construction will start early June. And the substantial completion date is January 12th of 2024. Classes to begin in building 800 in the spring term, January 16th of 2024. The project will go through the final project completion period with commissioning punch list items with the contractor until about April 11th or 12th of 24, and then it'll be 100% complete. So all the areas in 800 are planned to be usable this next spring term 24. I want to also thank President Dotson and Dean Bagley and Vice President Brown for your work on this project to schedule no classes in the summer and fall term of 23. That has just made a huge difference from my perspective, as a huge answer to prayer, because I was really wondering how we were going to coordinate all of that with the contractor to not impact, classes and with noise and construction debris and everything else. So just that decision and commitment, I'm sure saved over $200,000 in the bidding process and allowed the contractors to get in there and get this work done to meet the schedule requirements that we have. So that's just really amazing. I just want to thank you guys. It's just been wonderful that we had that decision that was made. And thank you, Dean Bagley, for working with the faculty that were involved in making concessions and working with us on the schedule that really made this project start off on a very successful start. So thank you very much. And the campus-wide fire alarm systems project, is nearing completion. We're continuing to get devices that have been extended on their delivery dates delivered, and we're just moving ahead just very quickly. And it's just been to wrap this up by August 1st. So that project will be finished. And again, both of these first two projects are plans of 80% projects. Dollars to do this work and benefit students. Classroom restaurants projects are being designed and planned with college staff and President Hudson, and so this work is continues. The architects is continues work on it. The phase out in projects. Our initial priority projects are a new softball field, which would be going out for bid in the next several weeks. Before June. And then our goal was to have that softball field finished so that the grass can grow a little bit and get all firmed up and use sometime early spring next year.
David, we're having a lot of trouble hearing you. I wonder if maybe you could try to shut your camera off and that could preserve some bandwidth.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were having trouble.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'll talk closer to the microphone too.
That's helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry about that. I hope you did hear some of what I shared. And then phase 1 and 2 for classroom restrooms projects are being designed with buildings 200 and 1000 in the phase 1, along with the new softball field, and then buildings 100B and 300 to follow. And certainly this is a pretty good sized project for the college, and we'll have more to share as we move through that work. And I just want to also thank everyone that's been involved. There's a project team group. The vice president's been involved. So thank you very much. And the tower is actually moving forward. We've been talking about it for a couple of years now, and construction will start in June, and we anticipate the tower will be finished by sometime in August. And this will have this will be how it will affect students. The cell phone coverage for T-Mobile cell providers will services will be improved. AT&T will also be on the tower, and then the company that's installing the tower will be soliciting proposals for 2 other cell providers for emergency communications on campus, as well as day-to-day communications, and certainly provides a revenue stream, a small one, to the college, to the district over the next 50 years. So the next item, exterior buildings painting projects, wrapping up on items. We anticipate that project will be 100% finished by commencement. There might be a few little things, but it's going to be like 99.9% completed by commencement on May 26th. So the LED lighting improvements projects, which include, this is a design phase project right now. That's a board action item going to the board for buildings 1100 and 2100. And that's really the highlights of the projects. And then as we move to operations, Brian Epp, of course, is spearheading all these items. His team is really hard to get the operations done and plan for commencement. That's our biggest event at college, and that's certainly top priority. Building 1200 had a chill water pipe that just blew apart. Really significant. So we got to replace the piping about 35 feet up on the roof of 1200. Various irrigation piping repairs, central chill water plant to number 2 chiller is down, so we're getting repairs scheduled for that one. On the number 1 chiller is still keeping the majority of the Yuba College campus cool. As it warms up, it should be okay, and then we'll get number 2 chiller fixed as fast as possible. The HVAC equipment, preventive maintenance, filters, bearing, lubrication, all that stuff is getting done to get ready for as a seasonal PM, and then that'll help us keep our buildings cleaner with better air quality as we move into the wildfire season. The weed maintenance spraying is a little bit off to a slow start this year, but we're really working hard now to catch that up. And the sports field seasonal preparations are also underway. Are there any questions, comments? Okay, that's all I have there. Thank you very much. I'll look in the chat. Okay. All right, thank you. And I don't know who to introduce for the bookstore, but certainly this person, a special person, and I wish to hear your name. You're welcome to start.
I'm right here, David. Thank you. Hopefully the bookstore, the HVAC PM schedule is scheduled for the bookstore as well. It's a little warm in here. Welcome and congratulations to everybody on their new positions. With grad commencement coming very quickly, I was able to get these new heritage stoles. I know Annabelle asked, see if we can get some heritage stoles. So I was able to get 2 very nice heritage stoles. One is this one on the right is a Kenti one, and the one on the left is a Serape style. They're very nice satin material. They're not, one thing I like is that they're not, they don't have the year, so students moving on to the 4-year can take them with them and use them when they graduate from the 4-year college. So they're $24. We were able to get them at a pretty good cost. So hopefully students start to buy them. It is nice, and it would be a nice addition for the cap and gown. Grad fair was a huge success. Thank you for everyone that was involved. Ruth did a great job. Mr. Bagley manning the grill, Lily, just everybody involved. I know here at the bookstore, we got it handed to us, but it was great. It was a great experience. We had Herf Jones helping us out. So we helped, I think number was, what was it, 145 or something students that came in to get their caps and gowns. And it was just a really fun event. It was a little exhausting, but I mean, that's kind of why we do it. So it was a fun event. And happy to be a part of it. We're going to be having a Faculty Appreciation Week, and that's going to be going on May 8th through the 12th. We're going to be giving faculty and staff 20% off anything in the store. So right now we currently have a 25% off sale on Hydro Flask and the Eco Flask drinkware, and that goes on through the 5th. So if you want to come in and you've been wanting to get a Hydro Flask, they are 25% off right now. But May 8th through the 12th, you are going to be getting 20% off. Come on in and we'll get you taken care of, just to show our appreciation for all the hard work and dedication. Adoptions for summer and fall are underway. So send them in to me or Sarah. There is going to be a change in the way we do the adoption process. Follett has restructured a lot of the ways that we do business. Collecting course materials is time consuming. For Sarah, it takes up the majority of her day. So it is going to be centralized. And now we have a team of people that is going to be collecting that information. So we have a course material specialist out of Chico State that is going to be getting our campus and the Woodland Community College campus. So that's going to be a gradual change. So when you start seeing emails coming from someone named Roxy, that's what that is. So it's going to be a slow transition because it is, there's so much information when it comes to adoptions. There's so many people involved, but eventually that is the goal. So to all the faculty, when you start seeing emails coming from someone named Roxy, it's not a mistake. That is a transition that is occurring. The print shop. So we do have Mike that's going to be doing a one and done for the print shop. I believe he's going to be training someone to take over for him, but May 19th is going to be the deadline for anyone submitting anything that they want from the print shop. I know that there's going to be a lot of late ads. It happened to Mr. Larson last semester, and that happens, but Mike is going to be here to do a one shot. So May 19th, make sure everyone gets their information to us so we can submit it to Mike and we can get everything that the students need from the print shop. We have new swag that's going to be coming into the bookstore, and actually today we got these cool items that I want to show you guys. So we got these brand new mugs. Here's one of them, and they're like a matte blue. And then we got this tumbler too. We've already had one faculty member come in and buy it. I bought one myself. And then we got this really neat hot cold like drink carrier too. So I did request, I mean, it's been a while, but I've been fighting with our GM department to really upgrade our gifts, our clothing. So that is now in the works. And today we finally got our first shipment. It's a little bit better quality than what we have. It's like a matte blue. They did a really good job on it, so I'm happy with it. I think you guys are really going to like it. I think the students are going to like it. So it's a great, May 8th through the 12th, 20% off on all this stuff. Great Mother's Day gifts, great gifts for yourselves. So come on in and check them out. There's more to come as well. I try to send, we have a new Follett customer site. I try to send it to a lot of the departments. And this is just a great resource. You're able to go in and you're able to select clothing, gifts, bags, t-shirts, sweatshirts, and you can put your own logo on it. You can request a quote from vendors. And of course, for us, the more you order, the cheaper the prices get. So it applies to you as well. So EOPS, Mesa, I know EOPS likes to go in there and buy things for their faculty or for their staff. So you go in there, log in to the customer site, select what items you like, you put in your logo, you can request a quote, and it makes it just so much easier because it takes forever to get answers from our GM department. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. That's the process. Now they've kind of given that resource to you to use, so it's really nice. One thing I forgot is the picture right here in the front, the Yuba College Sutter Center. So that's the dual enrollment program. We've got 54 high school students that are going to be graduating with their AA as well. So that last Friday morning, we were there handing out the caps and gowns to the students. It was great to be a part of. We've been doing the dual enrollment program here for quite a while, and it was nice to see the results right there. 54 high school graduates with graduating also from Yuba College. The amazing thing out of this is that out of those 54 students, 8 of the students had a GPA of 3.5 to 3.74. 24 of them actually had 3.75 to 4.0. So that is just amazing. They're all going to be presented with their honor cords. I left those honor cords on Annabelle's desk this morning, but just, amazing. Just so cool to see. Those are River Valley and Yuba City High School students. Just a great bunch of kids, rising stars. Just great to be a part of that. So, a lot of people, helped us make that happen. I'm glad that the bookstore was able to be a part of that. That's all I have.
Thank you. Okay. Do we have any other questions? Denise, I saw your question. I believe, so I know that, and Meredith, you may have an update on this, but I believe Devin is going to be at Academic Senate tomorrow to answer questions about the printing.
Yeah, he will be there. But to answer Denise's question, yes, if you want stuff printed for next semester, that's the stuff that's due by the 15th. But yeah, Devin will come. So if you have specific questions that you want to ask, you can either come to the Senate meeting, or if you're unable to come, if you want to send them to me, I'm happy to ask them.
And you can contact the bookstore for the print shop. We are going to be sending the PO to the print shop. So whatever you need, let us know. We're going to try to order a little bit heavier than normal, just because we don't know if the print shop is going to come back or not. I think that's up in the air. But if it's something that you plan on using for a few semesters to come, I mean, let's order heavy on that. And I'd rather have the stuff here for the students going into 24 and not have to worry about, are we going to have the resources or not?
Any other questions? Okay. Well, if not, then this is our last YuZoom of the year, of the academic year. Our next YuZoom is September 6th. So until then, we've got commencement coming up, lots of activities this month, lots of ways to celebrate students, celebrate a good year. So hope to see you at one or more of those, and have a great rest of your week.